Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 82 and we will be making a relatively significant purchase. Actually a pretty huge purchase today for our team. And I just wanted to start things off by showing you a little update on Team Red, or Tem Red, because I spelt it wrong in the top corner. My bad. But these are all of the red players that I've earned so far in FIFA 19 FUT Champions. The only real usable ones there, I would say, are Wijnaldum and Szczesny, and Wijnaldum doesn't quite even get into my team. So you know what my squad is looking like, right? And I gave you an idea of kind of what I wouldn't mind doing. I was able to come up with the coins after selling some stuff from FUT Champions and the reward coins that we got and stuff like that to get enough so I could just about scrape a Kevin De Bruyne. I wanted to buy him. I wanted to bring him into the team to see what he's like and to see if he's a nice upgrade on Bobby Firmino. Now, I'm a little bit skeptical, not going to lie. And that's why Firmino will remain on my bench and I haven't just listed him up and sold him, because De Bruyne is a lot more expensive than Firmino, and typically Firmino for me has done a great job and he plays for like 60 minutes. So this is how the squad's going to line up, like literally exactly the same as it was before. However, you know, De Bruyne goes in there over Bobby, adding an extra weak foot there. He's going to have 5-star weak foot as well as the 4-star skills, a couple of other things sold, but we are back down to basically nothing in terms of coins. That's how expensive De Bruyne was. Now, I figured it was time to go on a little bit of a test run. Let's see how good the Belgian is. First match, I come up against Ronaldo and a nice Serie A squad with a random lone Neuer in goal. I don't know what that's all about. But basically, because I forgot that I changed my team around and De Bruyne went in CDM and Fabinho went at Cam. Now, that didn't really affect the first goal that I conceded. However, I then noticed it and was like, oh, I'm not playing correctly here. My team's in the wrong place. As you can see, like De Bruyne from a very deep position gets the shot away, but it doesn't quite work. And you can't, in-game, actually just flip them around and they go back to the right position. It doesn't work like that. I don't know how to change it. But I was just like, all right, well, I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to bring them both off at half time or something. And I was like, you know what? Let's just write this one off. He scored another goal to go 2-0 up. I just quit. I was like, screw it. I'll get back in straight into another game. I'll almost just forget this one happened, but I'll just include it anyway in the vid. So I then went and changed my custom tactics to make sure that everyone was in the right spot. And that wasn't like the game erroring out. It was just me not making my like game plan correct, because I used to have Kante where De Bruyne was and Fabinho in CM, and when I flipped that all around and Kante goes back to I don't know, I just did it wrong and I forgot to change the custom tactics before we went in game. But we're into our first proper game now and De Bruyne is actually at Cam, so it would be a good chance to test him out and see what he's all about, and just the whole team in general really. Kante plays it on in to Kevin De Bruyne, who with one of his first strikes for the team gets a nice goal. And I was impressed. It was a nice shot. It was a green time finesse. Obviously those go in a lot, and Firmino scores them an awful lot as well. But he's a very big purchase. I kind of want to get some goals with him and stuff and see how he's doing. And actually towards the end of the episode, I'll have a better idea as to whether or not I want to keep him, or we could go down a different route, or whether or not Firmino is just as good, or so we'll figure it out. But I nearly go 2-0 up there with a nice strike from Neymar, but that one hits the bar, and a good save from Handanovic, where he just sort of mops it up and clears it up in the end. But this was a tough game. I really, as much as I was holding the ball against this guy, like at a point where we both had 50-50, he had really good pass accuracy, and I struggled so much to get the ball off of him. And I guess part of that is down to the latest defending, where it doesn't just do it for you with the AI. So there were times where he was getting through, and I'm not going to lie, I got relatively lucky that it like hit the post, or the goalkeeper saved it, or it went wide, or so I felt like, I mean, you can see how many shots he had at half time. But we push on through in the 80th minute. I nearly get a goal. He started to bring his keeper out quite a lot, so I was like, maybe if I go for the audacious, it will just fly over him into the back of the net or something. Didn't quite work like that, and in the end I literally get like a 1-0 win in this match, which is relatively boring, a bit of a bore fest in terms of rivals, but hey, that's sometimes what rivals kind of is, right? Because you're up against someone at the same skill level. He nearly equalised right at the very end, but a good save from my goalkeeper. I had to rush my keeper out there to actually go for that, because it was like, well, he's going to score if I don't bring the keeper out, so I might as well see what happens if I do bring him out, and luckily I was able to save. So we get a win from our technically second, but really first game of rivals this week, and we push on up into rank number 3. And then I match up against another guy who is. He obviously likes his SBCs. He's got 2 flashbacks, 2 league SBCs, the SMS SBC player, and I'm imagining that Mertens is probably from a Team of the Week pack, right? Because you don't often see that Mertens. But I smacked the inside of the post early doors and was like, damn it. That could have been a nice early lead. And guys, if you do enjoy today's episode of The Road to Glory, do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button. Did you know who the purchase was going to be? Did you? Let me know in the comment section below, because I know I've been toying with the idea, but there's, you know, I've also had a couple of different ideas of what we could possibly do with the side as well. So did you know it was going to be KDB? I'm sure a lot of you did, to be fair. I don't really want to hide it too much, but you know, I like to leave the illusion that, you know, that you don't quite know who we're going to sign until we sign them. He hits the post at this point in time, and I am 1-0 down in this match. I kind of felt a little bit hard done by, but Alba gets past the player, smacks the bar once again, but the rebound from Mahrez somehow finds its way in the back of the net. I don't even know if that was going in, but the goalkeeper pushed it into the back of the net. It might have just about been on target. But yeah, we get our equaliser in the 35th minute, and it was deserved in my opinion. Terrible shot there from Kevin Prince Boateng, and at half-time we've had loads of shots but not many on target. 11 and 3 is an awful ratio of only 27% shot accuracy, so that needs to increase. And I'm also noticing how poor my pass accuracy has been post-patch. Like, I genuinely look at half-time and at the end of the game, at pretty much every game, and I'm not surprised when it's sat in the 70s. Sometimes it's in the 60%, and that's just awful. I've obviously got to figure out the passing a little bit better now. People are obviously manually like blocking stuff and getting in the way, which leads to me not getting the same passes through as I used to. So it's something I need to figure out pretty quick because the weekend league is upon us. And I get a goal there. I think he moved his goalkeeper for that Neymar goal, but obviously it was heavily deflected as well. So that one settled and nestled right in the corner. Neymar 1-2s it with KDB though. Obviously De Bruyne has got really good passing. I've applied the marksman to him. I think I put a hawk on him to begin with and then was like, you know what? I don't think he really needs pace from that central cam spot. So, you know, we're not actually going to go ahead and use that one. I switched it to a marksman, which is my favourite chem style this year. The dribbling, the physical, but mainly all of the stat boosts you get in the shooting department makes me feel like a lot better about it. I know some people say they don't work. I don't really know. I don't think players play that differently with them, but I do like to think that they work. Who knows? You know, I actually don't know if they do or don't. But we're 3-2 up. We end up going 4-2 up. So we sort of got a consolation goal there. A nice work goal by Pato. But we were able to finish it off with Neymar there and get a 4-2 victory. So yeah, 4-2. Nice one. We're going to get plus 35 skill rating, taking us back up to that peak where we never seem to be able to really get past. And it's the mid 1900s for skill rating. And then I go into my third and what will be my final match of the episode, and we come up against Red Robertson, Red Salah, and just a generally nice Premier League side with, well, the meta defence of Umtiti, Varane and Courtois. The only way that could be more meta is if that was Ramos rather than Umtiti, but it's 0-0 and I have one of the first shots of the game, but I'm not going to lie, I very much struggled against this guy, and I was surprised when that shot from Sane went in, because that's just like regular Sane. It's not, I don't know, I didn't see any timed in that shot at all, and it just seemed to absolutely like go way past my goalkeeper, super fast, but it wasn't green timed or anything, as far as I could tell anyway. I don't think I saw green. And then literally a few moments later, he runs down the other end and Kante's in the right spot to make him go 2-0 up. And I'm like, what? I don't know if this guy's as good as he's coming across right now. I'm just defending really badly. But then again, he's making the opportunities. And he made another one. And he scored another one. And he goes 3-0 up against me. And there's 23 minutes gone on the clock. And I was in two minds. I was like, well, you kind of need to keep playing, maybe try and learn. You know, yeah, you've lost the game, but maybe try and learn. And then the other bit of me was just like, just quit. But I didn't want to. I decided that I was going to stay in this game no matter what, unless maybe it got to like 5 or 6-0, and that would have been a bit embarrassing. So of course you just quit at that point. But we actually get a goal back. Kevin De Bruyne scores a nice finish there. there. I can't tell if that one was deflected or not off of the defender, but it was from the outside of the boot, and it flies into the top corner, I think off the woodwork as well. So, yeah, not sure how that one went in, but it was, it was a nice looking goal. And then I gift one for Neymar there, some good work from KDB. But I genuinely don't know if he's doing more than what Firmino would do. And like, there's something about my game where after 60 minutes, when I take Firmino off and bring someone fresh on, that's really useful. And like, I'm almost at the point now with this squad where I kind of don't want to take De Bruyne off because he's my new expensive toy, He's the new one that we're playing with in this game. I don't want to bring him off after 60 minutes. So I don't know if I'll be as effective towards the end of the game if I don't bring him off or don't bring someone else off. I nearly rage quit there. You can tell when I get wound up. When I press the Xbox button in, you can tell that's when I get a bit wound up. And I nearly did leave when he went 5-2 up because I just thought it was rubbish. I didn't understand how or why he'd got the goals. But we then smack the underside of the bar and it somehow doesn't fly in the back of the net. I just genuinely, as much as I can admit that this was a better player and he did deserve the win, I felt like it should have been a little bit closer than it was. We then get through with Pato and score the goal, which probably then does sort of even it out towards the sort of scoreline that it should have been, 5-3. So right at the end, no real complaints, but it was a little bit stressful as we go into. Look how many shots I had compared to him, and I don't know, it just it was 5-3. So be it. Doesn't really matter. I always seem to get a loss at around that stage of my skill rating. So obviously that I'm really playing up to about that 1950 rating, which I kind of want it to get a lot higher. But also with the rank rewards and stuff in Rivals, I almost want to go back down to like Division 4 or even Division 5 is like a really good one to be in at the moment, right? I don't know. I just wish it would get sorted so that the higher you are, the better rewards you get. I just feel like the more deserving of the people that really play to their level and stuff. I don't know. But that's what I feel like anyway. But what you're going to see here is drastic measures. Because I didn't absolutely love De Bruyne and I didn't think he was completely and utterly game-changing compared to Bobby Firmino, I'm selling him. And I'm also going to sell a couple of other players as well. Kyle Walker, going to lose a bit of money on him because his price has just genuinely gone down. And then the other one we're going to sell is actually Riyad Mahrez, who, well, we're going to make some money on him because I bought him for 129 and his price was 182. So, yeah, good money made on him. That was, if you remember rightly, we swapped him for Salah at one point and made a little bit of money on Salah. And then his price has stayed relatively similar, but Mahrez went way higher, so that was a good trade there to get a decent amount of money in. Now, I brought Bobby Firmino back into the squad. He's coming back in because I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to play him for 60 minutes, then bring someone fresh on. But the right back and the right mid combo, you'll find out who we're going to buy in the next episode. It's going to be some nice purchases once again. And we are going to be rocking with Kante and Manolas, both on 8 chemistry. I'm absolutely fine with that. They play absolutely fine with that. But we'll bring in a right back and a right mid that will get strong links to each other. Yeah, I think it'll be nice. It'll be a new player to the road to glory. So with the coins that we've got at our disposal after selling those guys, probably going to be looking at around 600,000, maybe a little bit more than that. Who could we buy? 2 players with that amount of coins? Let me know down below in the comments section. Have a great day. Smash a thumbs up on the video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And of course, I'll catch you next time. Peace.